Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the first stand, 2025 Day 3.
For him, but still is able to push him away from the wave and also thin out the wave a little bit. Not able to do it enough, though, as now here comes the entire party. The flash on into Zeus. He's just going to flash away up the wave, as now the Harpoon here on the rest, but he's still in a 1v3. We do have Peanut trying to make his way up, but I think it's going to be a little bit too little too late. This should be first blood onto one of these guys. Is finally the level up, but it doesn't matter. First blood does go over to Jinja, and again, this guy is making impact right at the beginning of the game.
Oh, here we go, though.
Honku! Oh, no, he's the one getting bullied. He's only 17, getting dove under the turret 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah, Delight
level 6 here on Vi, and so it is just full power, and they're going to get both of the first neutral objectives for HLE, which, if we go back to Champ Select, and we're talking about the power of this HLE comp to push the timings of this game with their dive potential, them getting both of the first early eyes on that one for them. But as you said as well, the bottom lane, Viper opts to just use his first arrow for lane dominance and health trade. But Peanut's up top side, and there's the ult.
Yeah, there we go. That's the Rumble and the Vine. You see Jinjez here. He's like, what do? I can't go in. I can't really get out. Here is now. He doesn't quite have the clone. Has to go for the Cyclone as now. We see Honku is making his way up, maybe trying to look for a 2v2, but Jinjez already so low. Honku gonna push him over the wall. Peanut is quite low himself, but the last hit, he is gonna take down the jungler of CFO, and now Honku all alone, and even Sekka's gonna get the first roam on up as he does come in and clean up the kill. So CFO trying to help out their brothers, but instead they just gave over more kills. Skyrocketed into, well, the sky, as Hololive Esports have taken a massive lead in this early game. We're only 10 minutes in. They're more than 2,000 gold ahead.
All right.
And maybe this is the opportunity, as that is not support Karma, but still she's only got a lost chapter. Can she do anything? As here comes the equalizer. Rest is already almost dead as Peanut and Viper are here. And they're even going to use the cease and desist into Doggo, as there's nowhere for him to go. They hand over the kill to Viper, as it was bad, and now it's just getting worse, Kobe.
Okay, so if this HLE rocket was in the sky about 30 seconds ago, we're surpassing the ozone layer very quickly, and we're going
play
to
for this dragon and stake their claim over this one. Hololive Esports might just give it over and say, hey, we want the turret instead, but Peanut is keeping watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't give anything.
Well, gonna hit the clone. Nice clone here, but at the same time, you're not gonna have that engaged now as they go in onto the Wukong and Jinja. There's just nowhere for him to go. They just go all in onto him, and the follow-up is there. Kaiwin can't get away from Viper, but Viper will let him go. CFO, Honku, he's trapped. He wants to make something of this. He goes in for the sweep, as now maybe something, maybe one kill can go over to CFO, but the answer is absolutely not. Not in this fight, at least, as Rest also will be baited into it and goes down. The 0-3 Karma and the 0-3 Azir. Back to his Unbound Soul, and CFO just have to run away injured. As
they spy a bird.
They do spy a bird here, as Honku should be going down as well. And you can see this lane economy snapshot powered by MasterCard. It's just growing larger and larger for the side of Hololive Esports. As Zeka is just killing a turret in top. They don't even need him for the fight in the jungle.
CFO, they did kill Peanut, though.
They did.
They did kill Peanut. That was a shutdown.
They doubled their kills.
That's what you have to do when the games are like this and they're just running out of control. You just got to focus as well once again. They initially were trying to chunk Jinja out of the team fight, the Wukong. Zeka then was able to follow through, and when they saw Honku flash over, Zeus says, I'm not done. That Azir flashed over, but he spies him from the bush. He's a bird watcher.
Yeah.
Zeus got out his binoculars. They found him. Thankfully, though, for CFO, they at least got some money, and the shutdown did go over to Karma.
And by the way, Honku's just dying in live as this is happening. That is now his 5th death, unfortunately, for our young rookie player here from the LCP. He is getting bullied by Hololive Esports in Lol Park. I guess you could say you had a fun experience at least. Or you have your little bucket list, you can check that off, but it's not going to feel great for the side of Honku.
We said just have so much engaged that they're kind of built to push these games so quickly and farm kills, but Kaiwing wants to go back to the snap
You see Zeka actually tried to Q3 over the wall there. Kaiwing is going to headbutt him back into the Cyclone, but that's just a dead Wukong instead. Zeka going 1v4. Surely he goes down here to these three as he gets a three-man knockup once again and finally the sweep and rest. They finally take down the Yone as Delight is side lane pushing with his buddies as they look for more and more objectives.
It's
Kobe.
okay though. That's shutdown number 2, Valdez. They got another one. Zeka is good for 1 in the 4v1, you know, as he kills Jinja, who went back over with very low HP. And you already kind of mentioned that their base took a little hit, a slight hit.
It's just one inhibitor out of the 3, so you know it's not even more than half.
It's a little drafty down there being open, but Peanut caught on the blue buff.
Yes, caught.
Really caught?
Totally caught unawares here as his brothers Viper and Delight help him out. We got the TP coming in. Doggo is just pretty much dead beat in this one. Dies to the Vi as meanwhile Viper's kiting it out against 2. It just gets worse from here as even Zeka is adding insult to injury. They didn't need Zeus this time as he was just TPing to the top side. They look for the Karma as well. Rest probably survives here, I say, as in goes Peanut flashing for the kill onto Rest. He is not done just yet as Peanut will go down and Rest will survive for now.
That's one of those plays where it's like, well, if Delight's gonna flash for it, then I'm gonna flash the Karma up the top lane, but looks to me like the Karma's getting a lot of kills.
Yeah, getting real fed in this one.
Answer me that, huh?
We were not gonna play the Zeka has learned. Oh no.
It is the bird.
It is the bird. And, you know, the Yone ultimate cooldown is pretty low. Zeka might not even need it, but the golden arm guard is going to come out here as now. Zeka, did he get baited into the fight by himself? As meanwhile, Zeus and Viper are also coming up here. And Jinja is like, okay, I have escorted my team away from this one. We want to back away. But here comes Delight, and now the equalizer is pretty nice on top of Rest, and Honku is so low in this one, and Doggo, he eased over the wall as the fight is very much broken up. Jinja is going to be going down as well. 3 people left, and the ult is back up here for Zeka, and he's gonna catch Rest as well. Honku just trying to get away from this one, just trying to survive, but Zeus says, no, I want more blood. I haven't had enough kills here as he picks up his 5th. I think Hololive Esports will just take the Nexus now, Gobi.
Okay, so no Baron in this game. No Baron at all. HLE looking to take a dominant game number 1.
Yeah, this one was a game of League of Legends that we did have. 12,000 gold the lead as Hololive Esports dominates CFO here in game number 1. It was an absolute crushing defeat. We'll see if Zed.
Yes! What in the... Yo, stats team, give me... I need a stats team update on the last pick on Zed here immediately.
Zed?
Looks like we're actually having Jinja cross back up to the top side, which is kind of weird since Vlad is pushing in Gragas. So he doesn't have his top lane priority, and his mid lane's getting pushed in too, but he goes for the smite fight.
Yeah, that's going to go the way of Peanut here, and Peanut is not scared to go for the fight, especially with the Zed, but he's actually losing the fight here. He goes for the heal. He flashes away, but Jinja is still going to get it. He does give the kill over to Zeka, though, who will pick up double buff, as now Honku low on mana. Zeka, he's on the hunt. As he doesn't have much more than a shuriken, though. He's eating stones straight to the face. There you go, Honku, with one final Q. Hololive Esports will be thankful that that last one was left for them. You mentioned the situation where they didn't want to go for it. Level 6 Zed, though, still going to put on that pressure. The Ignite is coming in. Zeka, one last auto. Doesn't need it, as down will go Honku. And that, right there, is the power of Zed.
Yeah, it's so hard in that matchup, but it is still going to be very scary for them. So Peanut immediately on over to the Dragon as well, and keep those ones rolling.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, you think about their team fight.
This is a Vladimir that does have flash, and I wonder if he used pool already. Nope.
Oh, there's the pool. Kaiwing not going to hit the stun on this one, but he is at least going to land the E onto him. Kaiwing does take a bunch of that damage, so very nicely done in the dive. The Vlad, not much he can do in that situation after using the pool, of course, as he does go down pretty quickly to the 3 of them.
Again, really good. Always playing with them. They've got the carry, jungle, and the support to follow. Wait a second.
Driver's really trying to make this kill onto Viper happen. Right now, he's just got a Catalyst and a Tear, so he doesn't actually do damage, Driver. He's just dying to MF, and Peanut's here.
Yeah, the big problem there, ultimate used offensively. You really want that for defense.
Speaking of offensive ultimates, as in goes Zeka once again, as there is the Kindred ultimate just barely to save his life. Peanut failing on the dive, but he is going to stay alive, and it might not be a fail at the end of it all. As the Q comes in, Viper, though, will be traded out, as at least Viper got the kill, but so will Driver in the dive.
Blood everywhere. I love it. There we go. A Kindred mark for Jinja as well. Honestly, was able to keep Viper in range of tower by hovering against the wall long enough that he still gets his counter kill.
Yeah, so Peanut did smite away one of the grubs here as they go in for the fight. They're not going to hit all too much, but everybody else groups into the rel. Here comes Doggo from the top side, though. Zeka going in for the dive once. Jinja not going to get him just yet. So many low health bars here on the side of CFO, and Peanut is going to get away. Here comes Zeus over the wall, just going to pull the shove, and will not take the damage, but does take the follow-up. One Q might save him, but it's not going to happen as Honku lives against Zeka, who misses the shuriken. Here comes Doggo, flashing on into a Zed, not scared of anything, but guess what? The R is up, and it's available again! Zeka goes for it again! Gets the kill! And the last auto from Peanut finishes it off!
Oh my goodness, what a chat. Picks the Zed, some fancy plays on the top side to the pixel brush. Gets the shutdown.
Wait, I think we missed something, Kobe. There's a Gragas in the top lane. Meanwhile, there is a dive onto a rel. Delight wants to turn it around, but he's not going to be able to. Oh, he's going to have to pop that ultimate just to stay alive. Now Zeka 1v4, but he's not scared. He's moving into them, looking to do it. Yeah, they certainly are doing just that. This Mountain Drake going to go the way of HLE, so that is going to be their second Drake of the game. You can see. We'll see what the soul is.
Zed and Vladimir split pushing, and then everybody else for HLE. Grouping up to use their grub power here on the mid lane turret and try and get their pressure done there.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth in the river, but it didn't look like Hanwha Life Esports wanted to stick around in that one.
Yeah. So we'll see, because HLE are going to thrive a lot if they get to continue like spreading the map and playing so aggressively with these solo laners. But maybe coming up for Honku. Looks like he's going to run his way or surf his way up the river to make this attempted play. Of course, Zeus does have his teleport, so Vladimir could also join.
Yeah, it looks like he might just do that. Here's the wall, there's the TP, and a very nice engage comes in from Delight once again, but the Kindred ult is there to try to save them. They're all invulnerable. The follow-up comes in from the Vlad, though, as Zeus gets the big kill on that backline. We do see Zeus just running in their backline, getting so much down, and Driver looking for Peanut, but he's not quite going to be able to get it down. He just pops away on the Mega Blast Cone, and Driver is all alone here. 1v2. Peanut is very low, although he is kind of kiting him out here, kind of playing with the Gragas a little bit. Gonna eat a Q, though, and does back away. But the Rift Herald secured, and this first turret should go the way of Hanwha Life as well.
Yeah, even though it didn't look like devastating.
They're by the side of CFO. They're gonna try to use this pressure to take down this mid turret, which in fact they will. The side lanes, Kobe, you were mentioning, though. Zeka able to put some pressure on the top side, as it looks like now both teams want to fight over this dragon.
Yeah, and like, what are we going to do about this Vladimir? Because Zeus, as we mentioned in Champ Select, is going to be a really big problem later, and we are later.
Yeah, about that. They need to do something about the Vladimir, but Zeus is a tank right now. He is just running at them. And he's got so much health, he's got so much AP because of that. And, the Gragas doesn't really do much against the Vlad. He just kind of sits there and throws stuff at him, and the Vlad doesn't care at all.
Well, getting richer by the seconds. Split pushing bottom while they go for the dragon fight here. Jinja.
Oh, the engage not going to land there from the side of Kaiwing, and there you go. Peanut will secure the smite onto this one, and again, this 1v1, it's just looking worse and worse for Driver. Another Empower Q going to hit him as the Rift Herald pushing on in, and Zeus is just looking for the dive. Driver has to flash away from it, but even the ult nearly takes his head off. As Driver at this moment does not quite exist in the side lane. In goes Delight, maybe a little bit sideways there, as down he will go. Jinja nearly pays for it, but does throw in the ult. As Zeka looking for the dive, does pop away. As will that Ignite get the kill? The Shuriken's flying around him, but Jinja will survive.
Able to squeeze out just enough damage there. Okay, so maybe if CFO could just fight away from wherever the Vladimir is. How about that?
Yeah, just run away from him whenever you see the scary vampire
Or go right to this face.
I mean, this is the thing. He's got a slow onto Zeus. Zeus, he's got help. He's got Peanut here, and heals come in. He flashes into the two of them. It's just like, why did you bait me into this one? I got to flash away now. And Driver gonna eat his third death as the Vlad now 3,000 gold ahead, just 21 minutes into the game.
So we did.
We'll see when he upgrades those Swifties as well, what that's gonna look like. Driver, he's quite tanky. He's AP Gragas, but he's still quite tanky.
He's about to fully stack the Rod of Ages, too, and get that extra level.
He'll catch up a little bit. The Brunus Otacon will be taken pretty unceremoniously here by Homolife Esports, as it is spotted by a blue trinket. But nobody's actually going to approach this on the side of CFO. So they just give it up. Flowers will be taken here at this point in time. Nearly double the damage is over Driver. As, Viper's barely going to get away from that stun. He does flash the cask, and that's a good choice. If you're going to pick a target, it's probably got to be the MF if you are CFO.
Yeah. Zeus is pinging, hey, I'm just going to keep on split pushing. All HLE have to do is just make more time around this dragon. And eventually, maybe we'll look for a smite fight here or something, but Zeus is teleporting in, so run!
Oh my god!
Run!
Wait, Doggo, you're going the wrong way! He runs towards the Vlad, they're trying to take down the light, but they all get grouped up into the Rel instead. And you know what? Vlad loves when you're grouped up against it. Finally, Jinja gonna throw out the Kindred ultimate, but who really cares about that? He survives for a bit longer, but the rest of the team just dies alongside of him. And Homolife Esports will take the fight and the dragon, and it's looking like a 2 here today, Kobe.
Yeah, and the Baron, I'll wager.
You were reckoning that probably they would take down this objective. Kaiwing now ultless with his Solar Flare on cooldown, trying to just walk his way in as Jinja not even able to get in range. So that is just going to be a free Baron over to the side of Homolife Esports, and CFO now a bit caught. Going to do a combo onto a Vlad, but you know, Talia, not very good against the Vlad, I'll tell you that, as in goes Zeus. He's got backup for the team. The triple kill comes in from Zeus, and he's looking for a bit more. As, they're just going to get that kill over to Viper instead, as it is the ace from the side of Homolife, and that might just be the game right here, right now.
Certainly will be, right through the top lane. HLE with Baron, with the Dragon Soul, looking at the 2-0 clean victory.
A very clean one at that, and they did it with a Vladimir top and a Zed in the mid lane. If you missed this game, definitely go ahead and check out the replay because it was a very fun one with those two picks.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the first stand. 2025 Day 3.
Get that stacking as early as possible. They know there's a Warden here, so Chris just gonna sweep that one out. And just try to get a lot of value down here on the bottom side, but Yike coming on in. This is this Scuttle fight you were mentioning, as there's the handshake, gonna clap them two together. As Kanavi does get away from the tether of the Karma. Just a lot of back and forth here. Jackie Love is going to get into the fight first, taking the 1v1 here against Kaliss and just zoning him away. As now the Hawkshot does come in, and Kaliss desperate to try to get in on this one, as Kanavi will be stunned into the wall. Do they have the damage to take him down, though, is the question. As in comes Vladdy. Kanavi gets the reach up, and the double knockup comes in from Vladdy. And there will be a couple on the board here for KC already. And there you go. Another stun into the wall. KC pick up 4 kills in the first fight.
The Vladdy diff, the mid-roam. Valdez, Talia down into the river first, and the flash, he gets the seismic shove. And they get all of them. That is 4 kills for KC in the opener.
You know, this is exactly what I was talking about with Top Esports. They just do this sometimes. They will not back down from a fight, and sometimes it really comes back to bite them. And big credit to KC. I mean, Yike is everywhere right now. The stuns in the wall have been huge. The stun, the flash forward, Vladdy picks up another one. As here comes Viego. Kanavi's like, well, I gotta get something out of this, and at least he does get the 1 kill into Vladdy. But that's all they're gonna get right now.
Yeah, he's
you know, shut down over to Kanavi. We'll see if he can do something with that bit of extra gold. Bit of a 2v2 down on the bottom side, though. Kaliss is going to get quite low himself. Targamas looking for a little bit more. The Empowered Q does come in. The Mancher Q. Just a bit of poke down But yeah, here comes Yike, and Yike, level 5. We're gonna go through the wall here. Jackie Love incredibly low. As they try to move forward and take the fight once again, they want the reset here on Jackie, and he will be able to pick it up. Can he get a second one? Not going to happen this time. The flash from Crisp. At least he gets the 1 kill. And Yike, well, he's able to set up the gank at least.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Yike ganks bottom, but they lose 2, and they're losing Void Grubs while this happens.
Yeah.
TES.
Well, nice little knock-up here on Chris, but it's not really, I mean, he's got his wall, so he could look to dive this one, but doesn't know exactly where the Callista is. If he's timing this correctly, he should know that Jackie should be back very soon, so Vladdy smartly not going to overcommit to this one.
Dude, that was just clean stuff from TES bottom lane in the 2v3. Jackie flashing for it, gets his bailout, then Chris flashing to finish the other one off, and as I said, the Void Grubs were picked up during that. On respawn, though, we do see the reset, and Yike takes away the dragon, so they do end up trading the objectives for themselves, no problem. And KC are still massively ahead.
The wall comes in. Jackie's in so much trouble again, and that one is going to go to Targamas, unfortunately. But decided, okay, I'm going to blind pick the Ambessa. I'm going to allow the rest of my team to get what they want a little bit later on, but he does pay the price for it. But let's see if 369 can make Kana pay for it, as nope, the ward is going to spot the roam coming up. As now Targamas, he might be the one to pay, as the handshake does come in. The stun into Jackie Love is not going to be enough. Yike does show his face, but not on time. But yeah, trying to get
explosive fights and explosive engages for them. KC have a lot more waves. Well, wait a second here. We've got the reset.
Yeah, kind of just jumped into that one. To the skies he goes, and well, to the ground he will go as well. Pretty easy setup on that gank, as he thought he was safe. The rest of his team was in the rip.
Off that Ambessa ultimate, and 369 nailed it there. So very, oh, Kanavi's getting so deep. He does dodge the shove.
It's a bait all along, maybe? He's going to get away, but that was extremely dangerous. You saw the Ash Arrow coming up. You saw the car.
Show here a little bit of threat and see how delayed they can make it.
Yeah, I mean, the threat is in. We'll see what this comes down to. Kanavi's not in range to smite that one, as he pulls him into the wall, right as Cream, and a massive impale comes down as well, but in goes 369 to that backline. Should be able to take out Kalist, but a couple of kills do go the way of KC. You see Kana and Yike, though, low on health. Jackie Love once more. He'll get the one, and Kanavi gets the other, so it will be Top Esports to actually get a punish at the end of that fight.
Yep, Jackie may have been a little bit later than everyone else, but he got there. Of course, KC, they were able to finish off the dragon before Jackie does get there, but Cream is like, you know what, we're going to force it. We'll buy enough time, and it's the Renata ultimate that buys the most of it. Really nice there from Chris, right over the top, and allowed 369 to get into the back, completely wreak havoc. And since Jackie finally did get there with his fresh purchase.
We got a fight in live, actually. The tether comes down. That's a shutdown going the way of Vladdy. You saw that he got caught under the turret down in the bottom side. And that's the wrong guy to give that gold over to. Kanavi. Yeah, I mean, if that arrow wasn't there, he's probably alive. As the impale over the wall, that's going to be a big issue for Crisp, as Yike is having a big game tonight here on the Skarner.
Beautiful stuff. I mean, right over the wall, brings him back, and ends the ultimate right next to it, so you can immediately channel it into the E-stun against the wall. Very quick kill, and that allows them to move into jungle, too. That's
the MasterCard lane economy snapshot. You can see that it's
Herald. KC are actually coming on over to it at the moment, but a little bit slow there. So just kind of watching, and it's a little weird because that does just give up. Cream, you know, kind of free pushing over here towards tower, easily avoids any sort of counterplay there. So they got the Rift Herald, they got the wave pushed in as well, and Kanavi again, since he's on his big power spike here, looking very aggressively in through enemy territory. 369.
Yeah, just going for the 1v1 here. It's a very long lane down on the bottom side, and the chase potential is pretty huge. He dodges the ult, though. Very nicely done by Kana to get away from this one. Can he survive is still the question. We got a big impale down on the, well, up on the top side jungle as Jackie Love up against the wall. Tries to dash over it. It's not going to be enough. The shutdown goes to Yike, and Vladdy still on the chase. Cream going to find an angle on the back line. At least Case takes down Kalist, but Cream in a bit of trouble himself as Yike is on the chase. He will have to go for the flash just to try to survive. And this might just be the longest chase of the tournament so far. Even a TP committed to just to make sure he absolutely goes down. as Vladdy should be given the kill here at the very end if he can hit the Q. One more auto could do it as he goes to Miz, and yeah, Vladdy does take down the kill. Meanwhile, Kana just taking another turret in the top lane.
Nice punish there.
He's not being prioritized as much for a reason, but he's still able to just CC 3 people forever.
And you highlight it. You know, even though he is down a bunch in gold, that's exactly what he's still able to do. You know, lock them in. And since Cream was not with them on that invade for TES on KC's ward, they were able to punish. TS, of course, still do have their 1,000 gold lead, and the tower on top side is so low that 369 is about to increase that gold lead for them, though.
Yeah. The gold certainly goes
going over and the bailout, so he can play very aggressively, and he's also on his 2-item power spike, so see what kind of chase down.
Vladdy in a bit of trouble. Oh, the Mbessa over the wall. Couldn't see that one coming, and that is a shutdown for 369. So now,
side of KC, and they're going to fully rotate up to this tower.
Yeah, I mean, the arrow's going to hit, but the follow-up, will it be there? Yike. He could have gone for the Impale, but he decided against it. Just said, well, not worth it. I think, you know, with the arrow coming in, could have just taken the free Renata kill, but not going to go for it himself. And, yeah, I mean, Kana wasn't there. He didn't have TP, so I like the pressure that comes in from Top Esports to try to chip away at that turret. The control of the macro state of the game is going to be huge. You can see that 369, Kanavi, and Cream all ahead on XP. Kanavi just kind of running into the darkness as the Death Brush comes in. KC going to get big win off of that one. Jackulov trying to hop away. He's got the bailout. He has to go forward. But now we've even got the Impale coming in. That's a 3rd kill for the side of KC. 369 and Cream just running away. And it's a triple for Kana. As we have the ults coming in and the flash forward, but that is Aurora.
Guys kill Kanavi, the Fed jungler, and they chain it into not 1, but 2 objectives. Huge play here for KC. This completely changed.
Top Esports not really in position to follow up on that. So now Top Esports is going to go for the dragon. Okay. Everybody dodges that arrow. In comes the wall as well. Top Esports just abandoning ship for now. They said, well, a lot of ults used from the side. It's now the flash forward, Yike! He gets the pick on the Cream! It's a free Aurora, just like that, and it should be the Mountain Soul unless Kanavi gets the steal down. It's not gonna be easy for him. Not up against the Skarner. It's a 5v4 as well. Jackulov just took a massive hit to the face with the Shock Blast. 369, he's just going in. He's just gonna send it and make some space for Jackulov. In goes the Mbessa. Kana on the flank is massive. Gonna take down that backline as well. Kanavi, he wants one itty bitty reset, but he's not gonna get it. And even Crisp is on the run as well. This is a full ace to the side of KC plus the Mountain Soul. They might finally do it here.
Welcome to first.
So no follow-up. KC pretty far ahead at this point, you could say, with the Mountain Soul. It's not going to show in the goal difference, even though it has been a very close game, as they try to set up the Death Brush once again. Cliff's going to give the thumbs up to Kanavi, who this time is going to dodge it. But yeah, KC just trying to hold on to control. There's the arrow, there's the wall. He's going to cast Crisp up against it. As the knockup, not the right way. Yike, not going to land his own Impale. Now he's being kited out just a little bit. Cream, though, doesn't quite have the damage. Not even able to get through the Mountain Soul shield. And the Volley gets the kill after all of that. And Cream is dead again.
Yep, Cream's dead again. And KC look like they're getting another objective here. That's going to be the Baron on top of their mount. Wait, Kanavi's going?
He's going in. The seismic shove not going to hit, though. TP also utilizes a lot of damage not being put into the Baron, but they're just trying to escort Kanavi away from it. And
45 again.
Might just work out. The Mbessa ult not going to hit, as Vladdy does have to flash that one. In it goes 369, though. He wants a bit more. The turn off the Baron. They already got the Baron. Did KC, and Jackulov's going to go down. The bailout not there, and Kalisz is unstoppable. Yes, Kalisz will go down, but it doesn't quite matter. KC are too far ahead.
They certainly
Very
are.
slowly, because if you drop a couple of games, you might just be team number 5, right? Here comes the arrow. That will be dodged nicely by Crisp. But yeah, it's nice to have KC finally here in the tournament.
Certainly looks like it. And Kana pushing away on bottom side, but they get hit.
Not number 7. Oh, no, it's number 7. There he goes once again. That kill's going to be given over to Kalisz. As Cream now 1 and 7. Kana just split pushing. He's got Baron. And the pressure is just too much. More than 6,000 gold to lead for Karmine Corp.
All that's left is to close the siege. They've got 4-1 split push. They're already inside. Mid tower's going down. TES grasping at Kana.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try. They might just be able to. The Zambesa pretty fed, and they do take him down. Jackie Love gets the shutdown. And look at Kalis. He's just in the base, hitting the Nexus turrets, giving them thumbs up. The rest of the team is just zoned away from him as he takes away their base. Jackie Love gonna pull in Crisp, but who cares about that? They're just killing your Nexus as this is happening. 369 wants to try to stop them, but the knockup is huge. And the Ambessa, will he get a reset? Yes, he will. Uh-oh, Casey, you gotta get out of there now. As the reset comes in for 369 and the chase is on. Vladdy will get Jackie Love actually, but he's not going to get all too much more. Gets a double kill, which is more than you could say for the good thing to do. Gets punished for it. And yeah, the other Drake. Let's see if they actually started it up, but they're in the bush, and another one comes in as the Resurrect on the GA. Can they get the follow-up kill? The ult, the Heartbreaker used by Kanavi just to survive. But can they even challenge the Elder Drake is the real question.
Well, I think they're certainly going to try because they have full scent on every other fight, and all they can do is just send again. Kanavi and Cream both on the flank this time around instead of just single one like last time.
The wall, pretty good. Gonna push those other guys out of this one. The damage is big, and Kanavi's zoned away. They don't have a smite. It's Elder Dragon to Karmine Corp, and now 369 is on the run. Well, he has to go in. He can't quite get out. Can't take down Kalist. And now only a couple of guys on the run. Cream as well, being zoned away by Kana. As he has to go in, but that's not the right direction. Takes his 8th death in this one. And in goes Yank as well. The chase potential of the Skarner is huge. They want to take down Jackie. The flash comes in. They already killed Crisp, and that is going to do it. The ace is there for Karmine Corp, and they will get their first win here up against Top Esports.
And a big one here in game number 1. Starting the momentum for themselves, KC.
How much they can use that pushing power to actually affect the enemy jungle against an Ivern, we'll have to wait and see. But I think the amount of early game options that Top Esports have, just thanks to the virus control.
It actually ends up being more wasted time there for Kanavi, and Yike was kind of happy with it. So
yeah,
little roller coaster of emotions there.
Yeah,
I thought Kanavi was going to be able to go through and keep up the invade
for sure. Well, we got a bit of a fight down here. Yike, level 3, he's already in the bot lane looking for something. The cleanse comes out from Jackie, but that actually hit Crisp as he's in a bit of trouble, and he doesn't have his flash. Down he will go. First blood. Yike already on the board.
Dude, Yikes.
And is going to proxy the wave for now.
Yeah, another visit towards bottom lane.
Gonna make it happen, and guess what? There's no flashes down here for their side for Jackie Love. There's the root onto the Ash, and it's just another kill, and this time he's able to give it over to Kalist.
The camp on bottom lane paying dividends for KC. Yes, the solo lanes are getting pushed in, and TS winning both of those, and not really exploding too much, so it's just gonna be, again, the reset. This time, Chris actually hovered bottom side.
Well.
That's close.
Yeah, gets the very big zoom in from our observers. As, yeah, he did, of course, Arcane Shift into the Varus, which made it very easy for the chains to hit. As, yeah, that's going to be a bunch of CC into Kanavi, who just wanted to do his red buff, but he met up with so many members of Karmine Corp, as now he goes down. The big ult, though, is going to hit 2, as one of them does get shielded. He takes down the Leona, and that is about it. It's just the supports and, of course, Kanavi, who did go down there at the end of it all.
Yeah, Kanavi making
TES just moving entirely away from it, as Kana has gotten the message. He says, okay, abandon ship, I'm already pretty low. And it's stolen, the Scuttle Crab, by Kalist very casually, just like, yeah, what's up, thanks for the free gold, buddy.
Dude, he's been getting gold all over the map this game, as we have a little bit of a scuffle on that side. But in the end, it's still going to be bottom tower solo gold for the Corki there, for the local gold, plus their dragon. So feels quite nice there for TS and Kanavi as well. Always loving to dip in for a little bit of counter jungling, but Targa's back on the warpath. Again, the control ward, they saw Targa again on the approach.
Yeah, they saw him coming, and he's just going to be able to Hex Splash over the wall. That's pretty nice for him. Cream did get a full turret in bot, so he, once again, is the one guy. You could say that 369 also doing pretty well for himself. Kana's had to deal with Corki for the last couple of minutes, so not very good for him. But now we see Vladdy's going to pick up a turret by himself. 369 has to match, and the Rift Herald that was taken, this objective, the tempo in mid is going to be huge. They should be able to take down this mid tier 1. It's very close. They don't stick around for that final hit. But, I mean, that's basically standing on one leg at this point.
Yeah. So as we do transition to the mid game with these outer towers starting to get very low and some of them falling down, we really have this magnifying glass on Yike so far this tournament. Last game, he was able to have both good individual plays as well as good team fighting on his Skarner, multiple picks and stuff. And in this game, again, he started out with some really good...
It's much slower. I wouldn't be surprised if the top esports coach is like, hey, take a breather, don't be so crazy, and just back off a little bit. Whereas for KC, you know, there wasn't that much pressure on them, but now they're on the cusp of beating top esports in a 2-0. So now maybe feeling that pressure a little bit, and things have slowed down as we might look to fight over this Chemtech Soul. This is actually one that will matter quite a lot. Got some recent buffs, and you've got an Ivern on the side of KC. I think both sides have to fight for this one.
Definitely could be the big swinging point. I mean, topside also, 369 there. You got a good individual chunk onto Kana, as well as then being able to return, push in that minion wave. They had vision on the Ezreal and the rotation over, so good movement again by 369 and map awareness to be able to just back off after that. But here's our transition down to that dragon. We are building up. Again, 369 doing a good job again.
Oh, definitely feeling a lot more of that compared to, you know, the poke from the Karthus or the poke from the Corki at this point.
Yeah, and the Varus on the other side too, that is Jackie.
That is very dangerous, but he's going to dodge it. So it pays off in the end. He does have his cleanse back. But yeah, this is really all just setting up to push TES away from the dragon. Meanwhile, we've got 369. That's a world ender committed to, actually, as Kana looks to get that down. As now the Karthus ultimate coming in. Kana in a bit of trouble. The slow comes in. He has to flash this, but I don't know if he's getting away. Has to dodge the first Q, though, does 369. As, yeah, he gets away with the Mega Cone and kind of just distracts him. You see that top esports not able to join the Chemtech fight.
All right, so KC, they grab their dragon number 2, and Jackie's got to get out of it. So it's Crisp.
They're getting so much more off of this. I mean, the Crisp kill, they might get Cream as well. In goes Vladdy, and he's just opening up more space for Callistus. One auto gets it down. He doesn't need to hit his Qs. If he can just auto him there, gets a shield as well from the Ivern, and Callistus 3-0-2.
Oh, man, Targa hits the Leona ultimate, and Callistus going forward. He got so much money this game. Ezreal time. Wait, 369. 369 doing a lot of work still. He's surrounded.
369, was he baited? Well, he's not going to be hit by that one. Vladdy might want a little bit more. He's got the shields. Will he get the support? Yes, he will. The Q3 and a shutdown for the Yone in mid lane.
KC all over the map now. Another close one here. Let's take a look. Arcane shift forward, but really it's going to be
this.
The Leona ult from Target. He flashes for the ult. He gets Jackie's cleanse and gets the engage onto Crisp. Calist able to wait.
Live, Kana's getting bullied a bit, but is it a bait at the end of it all? Cream, he wants a bit more, but Crisp actually is the one that gets chunked out big time. Kana does as well. He doesn't have his TP. You can see Calist wants the follow-up, and Crisp isn't able to do anything. Cream can't help him out. It's just a free support for Calist here on the Ezreal.
I mean, it's just such a dream situation to play the Ezreal with the Ivern doing so well as... Okay, wait. Can they poke them off here beforehand? I mean, 15 seconds still left on Crisp. There's no way he's getting back, and 369 is walking.
Akanavi low on mana. Oh, Targamas, he's stuck in the damage from the Otacon, but they have the redemption, the miss on the Yone ultimate, and now they're going to have to pull off of this one. Way too much damage done to Vladdy. Kana again being bullied. And TES, they might want a bit more. Depends on their vision. Vladdy does have TP. They're going to go for this Otacon. And will Carmine Corp commit to the fight afterwards? They need to TP Vladdy in if they're going to, but it's getting incredibly low. Yikes, still in the area. But they do a good job of sending him away with the Meganar. The smite is early, but it's
it's GA. It's a revive one. I've gotten so used to the other one.
Way too little action in this game, Kobe.
Yeah, actually. Oh, in the end, they actually end up rebounding and pushing them back. Here's another look at the teleport through that actually started off the initial start on this Otacon, which was leased for so long. This one is the one that led to Chris' death in the very beginning. Kalista again on this Ezreal. Got so much money early on, has the freedom here to just jump forward and start it out. But KC end up shredding so much of their own armor and MR fighting this Otacon for so long. While Kanavi's like poking around, Jackie Love is poking around. Jackie Love has the shield cutting Serpent's Fang, by the way, in inventory, and this is the one where he finally got a nice little chunk there out of his ultimate, and he sidesteps Vladdy. So with those 2 chunks, they get a lot of space to kind of get their counter and pick up their GAs, but what can they do with the GAs now?
You can see that the call was to fight into that choke, and I feel like that at first is a bit of a mistake, you know, just to go that deep. If Vladdy hits his ult onto one person, like maybe you get the 1 pick off, but they're already taking so much. As meanwhile, we got a 1v1 on the top side with the unfair redemption to help out, but also the unfair Karthus ult. Will it do enough? No, it even doesn't go through the shield. So Kana going to enjoy 200 gold. Meanwhile, the push coming in down the mid lane. Top Esports trying to use their Otacon, the voracious Otacon buff to push some stuff as Hughes come down here onto Kanavi, but Kalist.
Vision and make KC react to them as Dragon is spawning, but they're going to keep the pressure on it.
He TP'd up. They really want to use this. Well, they don't even have the Otacon buff anymore, so they're just going to start it and look to turn.
They know Vladdy has to walk.
Yeah, Vladdy's got to walk. We'll see if it works out. Crisp is taking a huge amount of damage. Meanwhile, 369 just gets jumped on here. Doesn't have the Megadar. And now they got to pull off of it. Look at this. Maybe a thanks for the leash angle, but no, it's just the team fight going in. The Karthus takes a massive chunk, but Targamas goes down as well. This Aatrox is going man mode, but he's going to be focused as KC. They just take the Baron down instead. They say thank you very much for the leash, and thank you very much for the fight. Cream is getting punched down as well, and it's a massive team fight for Karmine Corp.
Oh, that was
so that is going to be very close to the Chemtech Soul, still stacking up those dragons and enjoying a very nice buff on the 2 Chemtech dragons at this point. So looking pretty good to ES. They want to try to force something here, and I'm not sure that they have the angle. They don't even have Meganar. As now the Solar Flare comes down, but look at the poke right now from the Ezreal. He's just gigantic at this point. Level 16 is Kalist, and he's got 4 items.
Yeah, they've got Confident Kalist Cloak. They've got Split Push for Vladdy here towards mid lane with the Baron buff. Gonna be able to take down that tower while the rest of the team continues to apply pressure on the secondary turrets. The inhibitor will fall, but TS, like, it's so hard for them because they're getting poked out by this fed Ezreal from all the money he got early on in the game, but then their engages are getting stuffed by KC's Peel and Ivern sustain. Oh, that actually hits though.
That is going to hit, but Jackie Love has to back away because Kalista's still there. Health. It's just incredible what this Ivern can do in this comp in terms of enabling the carries to do their job.
Yeah, he's got 14 stacks on the Medjais for the extra AP.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Kanavi doesn't even really get to play the game. Meanwhile, the flank is coming in. A massive Yone ultimate onto 2, and they both disappear immediately. And now Cream is zoned away. Karmine Corp are finally at the tournament as they are looking to take the 2-0 over Top Esports right now.
Huge props to Yike for massive turnaround series for him. Huge props to KC. They're going to get it done.
They're going to get the job done. Kalist, nope, he's got an Ivern. You thought he was dead? Absolutely not. It is a 2-0. It is a dominant 2-0 from Karmine Corp over Top Esports tonight.
"18 years old Kalist on the Ezreal. So much money in this game. Doesn't die.